Parashat Naso. Last week I spoke about why the Torah was given in a parusia, in a desert, and not on Mount Moriah, Har HaBayit. And the answer I suggested was based upon the Midrash Mechilta of Parashat Yitro, that had the Torah been given in the desert, had the Torah been given at Mount Moriah, the Jews would have said the Torah is theirs and theirs alone. The Torah was given specifically in a no man's land, or in every man's land, outside of Eretz Yisrael, because God wanted to make the point that the Torah is meant for the entire world. The Rambam says this very clearly. Laws of Kings, chapter 12, the very beginning of chapter 12, the end of his Mishneh Torah. The Rambam says that at the end of the days, in the time of the coming of the Messiah, Kulam yachzeru ledat ha'emet. Everyone in the world will return to the true religion, which obviously for the Rambam was Judaism. And he says in Moreh Nevuchim, in the Guide for the Perplexed, at the end of the days, everyone will keep the sanctity of the Sabbath. And he says in the Laws of Kings, everyone will be able to eat together the same food, because everyone will keep kosher. So this is very clear. And this is what we say in Kedusha, the special sanctity prayer, Musaf Amidah, Shabbat. We're waiting for a second revelation. V'hu yashmienu barachamav shenit le'enei kol chai, before the eyes of the entire world, every living being, that God is the God of the world. And this is what the prophet Isaiah prophesies. In Isaiah chapter 2, that all the nations of the world will rush to the holy temple. And they'll beat their spears into pruning hooks, their swords into plowshares. That nation will not lift up sword against nation, and mankind will not learn war anymore. Ki mitzion teitzei Torah udvar Hashem Yerushalayim. From Zion shall come forth Torah and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem to the entire world. And this is why we read the book of Ruth on the festival of Shavuot. Shavuot is our festival of Matan Torah, the giving of the Torah. And specifically, our sages ordained, because of the truth of what I've just said, that we read of a Jew by choice. Because every Jew by choice is a child of Abraham. And Abraham is slated to be a father of all nations, because ultimately all nations will accept God's Torah. And Ruth is the consummate example of a Gentile who comes to Torah because of her love for her mother-in-law and because of her appreciation for Torah. Anyone who is a Jew by choice becomes ipso facto a child of Abraham and Sarah, the first Jews by choice. Right now, throughout the world, in every place except Israel, and to a certain extent in terms of the people who came from the former Soviet Union, and hundreds of thousands of whom are not halachically Jews, the specter of intermarriage is one of the gravest problems facing the Jewish community worldwide. The Pew Report, the percentages are very, very high. 71.2% of those who are non-Orthodox in the United States are intermarrying as I'm speaking. If you remove New York from the statistic, it's 80%. And there are 10% Orthodox Jews. So it means that 80% of the 90% are intermarrying. It means we are quick disappearing unless we do something about it. I truly believe with all my heart the time has come for us to take a proactive attitude. And certainly in terms of intermarrying couples and already interfaith married couples, to reach out to the non-Jewish part of the equation together with the Jewish part of the equation, for them to come to special seminars, user-friendly conversions, conversions which are halachic conversions, conversions which hopefully will be accepted in Israel as Jews with the right of return, conversions which teach Jews to keep the commandments truly and seriously, but which do so out of a great deal of love and understanding and warmth. Because there is nothing like Torah to give life meaning. There is nothing like Torah to give family life significance. There is nothing like Torah to enable us to feel that we each are playing a major role in perfecting the world and perfecting humanity. Let us learn from Ruth, and please God, let us begin to outreach, especially to those Gentiles who are already involved with Jewish mates and Jewish children. Shabbat Shalom.